and the House Business Committee considered bringing this resolution and, through this procedural motion to allow members adequate time, Honorable Speaker, to debate without anticipating debate the finance bill of 2024-2025, which we expect to be tabled in the course of this sitting by the Chair of Finance. And also, Honorable Speaker, considering that many members are very interested in contributing to the debate on the finance bill, we thought it would be wise to have a morning sitting on Thursday. We will have tomorrow the whole day from 9:30 all the way up to 9 p.m. Then we also allow members Thursday morning, Honorable Speaker, as you directed during the House Business Committee earlier today, we have up to 5 p.m. on Thursday for debate of the second reading of that bill. Honorable Speaker, there is also priority business in considering the Senate amendments to the IEBC bill. Honorable Speaker, as members are aware, there are two constituencies that still have no representation in this House and are bound to have by-elections, but we cannot do that because we do not have an IEBC commission. And therefore, it's imperative that we consider the amendments that were done to that bill by the other House, consider them, and if we agree with them, then that bill can be assented into law, and we kick off the process of the recruitment of new IEBC commissioners. With that, Honorable Speaker, I beg members to support and agree with the House Business Committee that we do have that Thursday morning sitting, and I wish to request the Leader of Minority, who is also a member of the House Business Committee, to second. I beg to move.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to second the motion, but I want to add the following. Obviously, members from across the political divide would want adequate time to be able to contribute to the matter of the finance bill at the second reading stage. And that's why it was in the wisdom of the House Business Committee that we allocate enough sitting days. That is Wednesday morning, tomorrow, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning, and possibly Thursday afternoon, for members to be able to contribute effectively and for their constituents to get to know where they stand on this very important matter. Honorable Speaker, secondly, I want to agree that the matter of the IEBC is so crucial. Honorable Speaker, we now have two constituencies that have got no representation in this House. That is Banisa constituency in Mandera County and Magarini constituency in Kilifi County. Honorable Speaker, the case of Banisa constituency is very sad, extremely sad, that they have lacked representation in this House from March last year, Honorable Speaker. And you all know, Honorable Speaker, the procedures for reconstituting the IEBC, even after this bill is finally enacted into law, is going to take some time, Honorable Speaker. Maybe 4 months or so, Honorable Speaker. So I think it is in order, therefore, that we approve this motion. But as soon as we do so, I have been trying to scan around. I can't see the chair of the Committee on Finance in the House, and yet I've been waiting eagerly to lay my hands on the report of the committee. Because this morning, we were treated to some very juicy news by Honorable Ichung'wah and the chair from State House about certain measures they have taken on the finance bill. But as I always say, the taste of the pudding lies in the eating. Until and unless we see the report of the committee containing those very far-reaching amendments that we were made to understand have been made, we cannot be sure, Honorable Speaker. And therefore, we want to see that report eagerly. We are waiting here eagerly to see that report and to dissect it and to go through it with a tooth comb before we can make informed decisions, Honorable Speaker. Therefore, with those preliminary remarks, I support the motion. Thank you. I second, sorry.
You second. Order, honorable members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 33C, this House resolves to hold a morning sitting on Thursday, 20th June 2024, commencing at 9:30 a.m. for purposes of considering priority business. I put the question. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 33C, this House resolves to hold a morning sitting on Thursday, 20th June 2024, commencing at 9 a.m. for purposes of considering priority business. As members of that opinion say aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Order number 9, procedural motion, reduction of publication period of specified bill.
Chairman, Budget and Appropriations Committee. Dindi Nyoro.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 120, that this House resolves to reduce the publication period of the Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2024, from 7 days to 5 days. Honorable Speaker, the essence of this is because the calendar that we have now between today and next week is very tight. We'll be discussing very major and far-reaching policy instruments in this House, and especially the Finance Bill alongside the Appropriations Act or Bill. And Honorable Speaker, the essence of this is for us to meet the timelines as we move to the close of this financial year by end of this month. And Honorable Speaker, at the same time, we have still given ample time even for members to peruse and interrogate the appropriation bill, because Honorable Speaker, as members are aware, these two processes that we'll be having are intertwined. And the reason we have decided that we have the appropriation bill after the finance bill is because this is a very democratic House and the country is very democratic, and we want us to first trace where the monies are coming from even before we finalize on the appropriation bill, so that whatever members may feel around the appropriation, the finance bill, can also be taken care of in the appropriations bill, Honorable Speaker, so that we are able to balance our revenue and expenditure. And I am hopeful that we'll be looking at these matters in a very objective manner, because we are all, Honorable Speaker, looking forward into the many programs that we have undertaken to complete and undertake. For example, electricity in our constituencies will be getting 50 million per constituency, and all the others, including the increment in the agricultural sector, in the CDF, and all the other elements that are very important for service delivery in regards to the Kenyan people. Also, the monies that we are appropriating to our counties, which is 400.1 billion shillings, is also hedged, Honorable Speaker, on this bill, but alongside this bill, also the revenue side, which is the motion that is a heavy motion before us, which will be moved by the Chairman, Honorable Kimani Kuria. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move and request that the Honorable, the very able Didimas Barasa, the man of Kofia, to second this motion.
Didimas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to second this motion, and just like the chair has explained, is very, in very good term, very clear terms, Honorable Speaker. We have a lot that this House is going to process, and most importantly, we must meet the timeline, considering that we are coming to the end of this financial year. And Honorable Speaker, this House is youthful. We are able to go through the finance bill, and we'll be able to understand where these monies are coming from. Without much ado, Honorable Speaker, I beg to second. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Didymus. Order, Honorable Commissioner Makau. Order. Commissioner Makau, freeze or take the nearest seat. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 120, this House resolves to reduce the publication period of the Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2024, from 7 days to 5 days. We put the question? Yes, Kajwang?
Mr. Speaker, I see no merit in reducing the dates or the days that we have in this bill. The number of days we are talking about, this bill is already published, but it is 5 days old. In fact, if we then reduce it, then it becomes ripe, which in number 10, you then can see it can be put before the House to be read a first time. So actually, mathematically, what we are talking about is 2 days. We have already passed a resolution to discuss tomorrow, to discuss the issues concerning the finance bill tomorrow. And Honorable Speaker, the majority leader just let us know from the House business you have directed that this can go between tomorrow up to Thursday. So actually, we then can properly examine this bill if it were to be, if it were to take the 7 days on Tuesday next week, quite properly. It would have taken 7 days in the normal manner of things, and we would then begin debate on it on Wednesday, on Tuesday. Now, Mr. Speaker, for us to accept this, a person moving the bill or the person seconding must give us reasons. The only reason I have had is that we are going to discuss very important bills. But there is nothing which takes away, because the 7 days is for the common person to interact with the bill, as well as the member representing that person to interact with this bill. And so, if there is no reason other than the fact that we are going to discuss some very important issues in the course of today and tomorrow, the chair of budget has not given us a very good reason for which we have to extend these dates. I submit.
Honorable Kajwang, you are a member of House Business Committee, aren't you? And you know that allocating the finance bill, the number of days that we did, does not mean it will consume all the days. In case it ends early, then this motion becomes relevant, but it's entirely up to the House. Can I put the question now? I now put the question, which is that pursuant the provisions of Standing Order 120, this House resolves to reduce the publication period of the Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 33 of 2024, from 7 days to 5 days. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? No. Then the ayes have it. Honorable members, you're calling the next order? Honorable members, as we go to the next order, it is expected that the chairman